Good afternoon, everybody. Have you been looking for me? Well, guess what? You found me. This is In the Kitchen with Angela, Creole Roots 47. Sorry I haven't been before you in quite a bit of time, but you know what's happening in this world. That COVID. Yes, that COVID. It reached home, but guess what? I'm back in effect, and I'm getting in my kitchen today. Thank you so much for joining me. If you like my videos, you want to subscribe, go ahead to my YouTube channel, as well as I will be posting on Instagram, Creole Roots 47, and also on Facebook, Creole Roots. So come on in my kitchen today. Today I'm going to be making some pork chops. No, I'm not going to bake them. It's not going to be anything over healthy or anything, but yes, it is still center cut. I don't like dark meat of any kind of animal. But this is my cuts of meat here, center cut, pork chops. They're thin. And I'm making dinner for two, okay? Which this could last me for dinner for today and dinner for tomorrow. So this is just a dinner for two today with my center cut pork chops. I'm not going to do them the way people normally would do them. Like some people like to fry them naked without any batter on them. But I'm going to be doing, yes, Creole Roots style, adding some pizzazz and some panache to everything in Creole kitchens, as well as Cajun. But I'm a New Orleans girl. So, of course, I got to put my spin on it and make it pop, you know? So, I'm not going to do the regular traditional fried pork chop with just the flour batter on it. No. I got to do it different. I want it to have taste all throughout, okay? So I'm going to be using an egg. Right here, I got my one egg. I'm going to be using some flour. But I'm going to be using some Italian breadcrumbs as well. So, of course, yes, I'm going to start off my base with a little bit Creole seasoning. And let me just get that open to the right side, and I'm gonna lightly season it, okay? Because you know I'm gonna have flavor throughout my dish. I don't want it to be overwhelming and salty. Okay, you guys, so I still might have a little bit of a cough, but we got this under control. So I'm going ahead and I'm seasoning these nice cutlets, nice center cut pork chops. Okay, I got that seasoned pretty well. See that seasoning on there on both sides? I'm going to also add some of this Creole seasoning to my flour mixture. Okay, the Italian breadcrumbs, they're fully loaded with seasoning, so you don't have to do that. I'm going to add a little seasoning to my eggs. I'm going to place these chops to the side just a little bit. Okay, I'm lacking countertop stuff. So the first thing I'm going to do is I got some seasoning in my eggs. Okay, this is going to help make everything adhere to the meat. So I got my pan already preheated. It's just waiting for me to start my process. I got my flour incorporated with some good old seasoning. I'm going to add a little black pepper and some regular old salt. Now, I have that all mixed together. I got my pork chops here. I'm going to start off by putting them in the flour on both sides lightly, okay, because we're going to do a double coat, okay? I don't think you can see that. Let me let you see what I'm doing. Let you see my double coat, okay? Put this up here. I gotta make room, make it happen, do what it do. So then I'm gonna go ahead, let me turn my fire down a little bit, shake off the excess, and then I'm gonna put it in my egg mixture. And we're gonna do both sides. We wanna get the egg all through and through, because then we're gonna hit it with the breading right here. Okay, and remember, this is Italian breadcrumbs, so it comes loaded with goodness already. So now that I've floured it, then I dredged it into the Italian breadcrumbs. And this is called penne pork chops, or penne, however you want to say it. Okay, this is the pork chops we like to do in New Orleans. And I'm going to also have mine with a baked potato today. And you shake off the excess, and then I'm going to land it right here in this grease. Grease is already good and hot. I'm going to go ahead and do the next one in my flour first. And this is going to be a small video. It's not really big. I'm going to show you how I do my baked potato. And then I'll show you the finishing touches with my baked potato. It's a twice baked potato. So I'm going ahead and putting this on both sides. Make sure I get it all in the egg mixture. So I set it up in my egg mixture. Now I'm just going ahead and getting the batter all nice and good all over. And then I'm going to go ahead and add this one in. So this is going to take a few minutes on each side. And that's what we're doing, penne pork chops today. So all I did was I had an egg set to the side because this is a meal for two people, okay? So I had a little cup of flour, a cup of Italian breadcrumbs seasoned, and then I had an egg, and I used my Creole seasoning. And all you have to do is start off by flouring the meat. After the meat is seasoned with the flour mixture, then you put it into the egg batter. Once you pull it out the egg batter, it goes back in to the Italian breadcrumb batter. I'll be back in just a moment. Let me wash my hands. So I hope you guys celebrated your holidays with family and friends as you could. You know, it's always important. Family, friends are most important in this day, especially in this day now. You know, you want to celebrate as much as you can within the means that you can, that no one would get sick, you know. So I have it on about a level 5. That's about a medium. We don't want to overdo our pork chops or make them too dark or whatever. This is coming out really good, nice and brown. Okay. It's an even fire. You know, I like to cook with my cast iron pots. I have a lot of them. I keep getting gifted because I love cast iron. They're awesome to me. So we're doing penne pork chops today. Okay. So this doesn't take very long. And then I have some potatoes, which I pre-baked my potato already. This is ready to go. I'm going to go ahead and show you what I'm going to be doing. This will be my dinner for 2 today. 2 meals. Or it could be for 2 people just for the day. You can do it with a vegetable on the side, or you can do it with salad as well. So it's hearty. I already have my pan ready for the excess grease. And then I'm going to show you how I do my potatoes, okay? So thank you so much for joining my channel. Today is Sunday afternoon. I decided to get up and cook. I was feeling a little bit good today. So I wanted to embrace you guys with my presence. We got our pork chops going here. They're not going to take very long because these are thin cut pork chops. I don't like an overload of meat. I don't like a big, thick abundance of meat. I feel like that's for a man. Your meat should mirror the size of your hand. If you're a lady, the palm of your hand. Your meat shouldn't be this. It should be this size. Not the whole hand, just the inside of your hand. Just think of my hand as the center cut pork chop with the little thumb, and then the inside. That's the size of meat you should have for your stomach size. Anyway, if you're a lady, but men, you know it's gonna be the size of their hand. So I have my pork chops going. It's good already on this side. I'm gonna pull it up so you can see how good it is. It's golden brown. Look at that meat there, that cut of meat. It's beautiful, isn't it? I'm going to turn it around and let you see the other side. And there are my pork chops. That's penne pork chops. I'm just going to check the other side of this pork chop. It needs a little more coloring on the other side. Don't do what I just did. I'm used to this. It's okay. It didn't hurt one bit. So I just want to give it a little more color. And then I'm going to show you exactly, I'll move this to the side, how I'm going to be making my twice baked potato. I do my twice baked potato a little bit different than the average person. I like to do stuff a little bit different. So I'm going to get set up while I'm waiting for this other pork chop to come together. And then I'm going to make my twice baked potatoes. One thing I did forget is paprika. I gotta have my paprika when I'm doing this. And I have some olives too. This is a little spin on how I do it. Now other people may not like olives, or may not be a person that like olives, but I do. I believe that olives with the pimento in there, this actually brings out the flavor, like a burst of flavor in your potato. It's so great. That's one of my mom's recipes. It's a fabulous recipe. I love it. And I won't stray from what my mama taught me. I think the stuff she had incorporated was just right. So there you go. The other pork chop. It looks great. Beautiful cut. That's the center cut pork chop. And that's ready. I turned off my fire. Now I'm going to demonstrate to you how I make my potato. This is going to go with my pork chops today, okay? So I'm going to get me a little knife. I'm going to cut it lengthwise or lengthwise, or however you want to say it, down the center of the potato. Like I said, this was pre-cooked already. I cooked it in the oven on 450 for an hour. And then I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to gut out my potato. We're not going to go real close to the edge of the potato because you want to keep the skin intact, okay? So you get as much of the middle or the core of your potato out as you can without disturbing the shell part. You want to take the core out, okay? Because you got to keep your potato intact, the skin. And you don't, like I said, you don't want to disturb the skin of the potato because you got to put that back in there. So we're doing twice baked potatoes today with some pork chops and some vegetables on the side. Everybody knows how to do vegetables. So if you don't, I'll give you a video on that too. So I'm not going to really show you the vegetable portion today. I just wanted to show you my twice baked potatoes that I like to do. And like I said, my dishes, they come with a twist. But with that twist, it gives you a burst of flavor. Okay? So I'm getting this set up. We're not going to go deep into the potato to where it touches the base, you know, the body of the potato. We want the core, the inside, like your tummy. Okay, so I have a small casserole dish here. I have my potatoes. I got to get a fork. I don't want to use my spoon to do that. So I'll get a fork. And I'm just mashing my potatoes up. It's 2 potatoes, 1 large potato, a medium-sized potato. It's according to whether or not you're female or male. Okay, so this is my potatoes I have here. Of course, I'm going to use my Creole seasoning, Tony Saturé. Add that flavor in my potato. Of course, I'm going to add some parsley flakes. And it's like a teaspoon because, like I said, this is just for 2 people. It's not for a lot of people, okay? It's just for 2 people. And then it's very simple. It's very easy. I'm adding some Parmesan cheese. The more cheese, the merrier. I'm going to add some dried chives. Chives in a potato is really good. It really is exciting. You could add a little onion too, like a little bit onion. You know, not much. This is minced onions. It's dried, but it'll wake up once it gets in there. I'll add a few, not much onion, just a little bit, just a little hit. Okay, onion. It was less than 1/8 of a spoon, so it's not really in abundance. Okay, so we're gonna add some butter. Of course, I like to leave my butter sitting out. And we're going to add some butter. Because butter, it makes everything happen too. Okay, butter makes everything happen. So we're going to add some butter in. Of course, we're going to add more cheese. This is not the finishing touch. And you could do a broccoli and cheese too. You can do so many different things, you know. And then it's called a twice baked potato because you're gonna be putting it in the oven again. And you're gonna let all the ingredients that you put in a potato marry together and come together, oozy and goozy, you know. So I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna add some pepper jack cheese. This is pepper jack, okay? Get my little grater. I have a grater here. I'm going to be adding some pepper jack cheese in. And also some Velveeta cheese. So I'm going to use the big side. See that side? I'm going to use that for my pepper jack. I already put Parmesan in here, remember, you guys. So now I'm adding my pepper jack cheese. Again, bursting with flavor. Always bursting with flavor. I have some Velveeta cheese here. I'm going to add that in. Stir that up. And what you can do if you want to get your cheese and your stuff loose, you can put it back in a microwave for a few minutes. But I always like when I do my twice baked potato, the thing I really love to do, and I'm going to be honest with you, is put olives in. And it's a certain type of olive too. I don't just put any olives in there. I put green olives in with the pimento. The pimento is excellent. I don't know, like I said, I don't know what it does to it, but it gives it such a flavor out of this world. So I'm going to add just 2. Okay. I'm going to chop them up. They're not going to stay whole like they are right now. I'm going to chop them up, okay? So it has the pimento in there, but it does something. It wakes the potato up. You know, it's a loaded, kind of loaded potato because like I said, you can do a baked potato, a twice baked potato just with the simplest ingredients, or you can add what you like in them. I mean, stemming from broccoli to chicken to shrimp. And I may just show you that too one day when I do my broccoli and shrimp. I do one with bacon. They're all different types, okay? So I'm going to add some paprika, and I'm going to add some on the top too. But I like the taste of paprika as well, and black pepper. So it's not going to be a ton. Like I said, my food is going to burst with flavor, but it's not going to be overwhelming. So this is the stuffing for my twice baked potatoes. We gutted out the middle of the potato, the core. We added what we wanted to add in there. And let me do a little taste test. That is good. So I'm going to add this back into the potato. And I already have my oven preheated on 450. We're going to put this potato back in the oven. Let all the cheeses become good and ooey gooey. This is my rendition of a twice baked potato. Like I said, this could be a meal for one person, or you can do a meal for two. But it really will be a good meal people enjoy. So what we're having today is penne pork chops, center cut, and stuffed baked potato, twice baked potatoes. So these are my two potatoes. You can see that, guys. Look at that. That looks good, doesn't it? So I'm going to put it in the oven. Okay. I'm going to add a little more Parmesan cheese on the top. And I'm going to let them bake in the oven on 450 for about 30 minutes or less, according to how long it takes for it to reheat up and the cheeses and stuff to become bubbly. But there you have it. My potatoes, they're ready to go back in the oven. And we're gonna let them bake on 450 for about 30 minutes or less, okay? It's according to how long your oven takes to cook things. I am in the kitchen with Angela. Thank you so much for joining me here in my home. I have my beautiful penne pork chops. We fried them on the top of the stove. You can actually bake them in the oven as well. This is In the Kitchen with Angela, your Creole Roots Girl 47. Thank you so much for joining me and being patient with me. I know I have been gone a minute, but I have some more videos for you. I'm going to do some stewed okra. I guess we can do that sometime during the week or next week sometime. So join me on my channel. This is In the Kitchen with Angela, YouTube. So thanks a lot, thanks a lot, thanks a lot. You can find me on Instagram, Creole Roots 47. Also, Creole Roots Washington on Facebook. Thank you for joining me in my kitchen today. You have a wonderful day, and you'll see the finishing touches of my dish today. 2 for 1. Have a great day.